Welcome to East Coast Coffee Reviews. Today I have my dad with me here today, and he's actually got another Rebel Yell. This is the, you want to explain a little bit about it?
Yeah.
Kentucky Straight Bourbon, I believe.
Yeah, it's the good traditional bourbon. It tastes a lot like wild turkey or...
You don't have to speak so loud, it can pick you up.
Alright.
I'm just saying. So yeah, last on my channel was this Rebel Yell small batch, and now we're trying the Kentucky Straight Bourbon. On the back of it, it does say, I was actually thinking about this, it says distilled and aged by Rebel Yell Distillery at Louisville, Kentucky, and it says for Luxco Incorporated, St. Louis, Missouri. So I'm guessing this is distilled and aged in Kentucky, and then it's brought down to Missouri, and Missouri is actually where it's bottled.
Yeah.
So
four years on that, I believe, because that's their regular bourbon.
is that what it says for the age statement?
Regular,
I have some stuff.
common, fairly inexpensive.
This is off the whiskeyjug.com. So on the nose on this, it's supposed to be sweet, bourbon spice, caramel, mint, and leather. On the taste, it's going to be
Honey butter raises a plum.
caramel. Well, that's what the website says, right? RebelYellBourbon.com if you want to check them out a little bit more.
Flavor notes. I'm sure there's plenty others.
Please don't speak over me. The taste on it is caramel, vanilla, cocoa, and strange sweetness. I haven't had this before. My dad has.
A couple times.
What the hell? I just lost it. So on the finish, it's going to be short with caramel syrup, dried corn, and alcohol. You want to pour the glasses?
Sure.
We got a little bit of water here to dilute it down. What's the alcohol by volume on this?
80%.
80%, so that's full.
I mean 80 proof, 40%. 80 proof, 40%.
I was going to say 80%, Jesus.
I got a little piece of melted ice in mine because I prefer it on a rock. Just gives it a little chill. Actually,
Yeah, it's basically
actually
the
thins it
same.
out a little bit.
It's basically the same thing as adding a few drops of water to get the flavor out. So that foam keeps locking. So on the nose, sweet bourbon spice, caramel, mint, leather. Is there any rye in the mash bill on this? No.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
there
there
is. It's a little bit of rye. It's
So I'm guessing that might be that
corn,
spice.
barley, rye, I believe.
So I
is
believe
the,
bourbon's supposed to be 51% corn, right? Correct. 51%
51% corn, absolutely.
at least.
It the honey butter flavor is strong.
You kind of get
You get the fruits a little bit.
Oh, I keep clicking on it. The mint.
Someone was talking about getting banana from it. You even get a banana note.
Yeah. The mint, I think, kind of goes along with that little bit of the alcohol. You know what I mean? I think it kind of works with the alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah, because it doesn't have a strong alcohol.
it's
That's
not
why
a-
I like a
yeah,
lot
that's
about
what
it.
I'm
It doesn't
saying.
have a strong alcohol bite.
It's not strong on the alcohol, but
I prefer
it
it to some
definitely
of
has a nice aroma to it. I don't really get much leather. I'm not really too familiar with a leather smell.
No, you get a lot of the like I said, you get a lot of the plum and the raisins and the banana. You get a lot of the fruit, like the dry fruit smell. So I think it's got a strong honey and butter, like sautéed butter smell.
Well, this is saying like caramel, so maybe that's,
Yeah, well, yeah, I
that's
think
what
they all
creates
have
it.
a sense of a little bit of a
And the honey could be
from the
from
oak
the-
barrels. You get like a caramel sense.
Yeah, the honey could be like that sweetness. So let's go for the taste now. Wow, it's actually really smooth.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's good.
Like you said though, you start drinking 45%.
The
Or
aftertaste
anything,
isn't strong.
anything above that, or like anything near that, 40% kind of tastes like nothing. Huh?
Yeah, you start to get the bite. Yeah, 40% is
gonna add
definitely
a
a
few
little
drops of
watered
water.
down comparatively to if you got like a 90%. I mean a 90 proof.
Yeah. So on the taste, it's supposed to be caramel, vanilla. I did get like a nice creamy vanilla flavor in the middle.
Yeah, it's good tasting bourbon. That's why I preferred it because it's got a real good flavor.
I'm guessing that cocoa is like a little bit like a chocolate sweetness. It says strange sweetness, so I'm guessing like the chocolate maybe from the cocoa or whatever. That flavor kind of creates that sweetness. Up front, you definitely get the caramel though.
Yeah.
It's heavy on the caramel, no?
You think so?
I think so.
I think it's, well, I mean, like I said, they all have the oak barrel gives it like a caramel taste, the charred oak. But I mean, it's not, I don't think it's as much as some of the darker ones. See how this is kind of a light.
I know, I was gonna say,
It's kind of a light tinted bourbon.
does it say anything about the age statement on the bottle?
I believe it's
Yeah,
4
I
years.
see
That just is, doesn't say it. I believe that's 4 years. It's the, like I said, that's their commonplace.
And you said how much was this? 175.
That's a great price. That's $22. It's usually 14 a fifth, so it's $22 for the 1.75 liter there.
I paid $22 for the 750.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For $22, that's a good price.
Yeah, I think
for
it's
that
pretty
size
good.
bottle.
So on the finish, it says caramel syrup. So again, it kind of goes back to that caramel flavor. It kind of starts with caramel, ends with caramel. That's the only reason why I say it is kind of heavy on the caramel. But there still are a bunch of different nice flavors that you get in between. So I think it's balanced pretty well.
Yeah.
I can see why people like this.
The sweetness definitely mellows the bite.
Yeah. So for a rating, what would you want to give for a rating? I know you really like this.
Yeah,
1 to 10. You can say like 8.5 or
Yeah,
9.
I mean,
would you give it in the 9 range?
Because it is a little bit watered down, which might just be because it's 80 proof and not 90 proof, which is some of the darker bourbons that have the real strong
Now,
flavors.
are there any caramel colorings added to this? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
I was gonna say, it don't look like there's
kinda
much.
light. And you said it is aged in what kind of American oak?
I would give it I would probably give it out of
Is it
across
regular
the
white
board
oak?
with all other bourbons. I would give it about a 7 or an 8.
What's the traditional barrel that everyone uses? Is it white oak?
Yes,
That's the
yep.
bourbon barrel.
Yeah, that's white oak, absolutely.
So yeah, it definitely has a nice color from the oak barrels it was in. So back to the rating. What would you want to give a rating?
Like I said, a 7 or an 8 across the board with all the
8.
bourbons that are. For
the,
the money, it's probably closer
Yeah, I
to
was
a
gonna
10.
say the price can have an influence on
I
it
was gonna
too.
say, compared to like some of the bourbons that are the same price.
So
it's
what would
probably
you want to
the
give
best.
it? Because we like have
For its
straight
price
answers.
range.
People want to know straight
Like I
answers.
said, it's about a 10 for its price range, and across the board with other bourbons that maybe are closer to $25, $30, I would say it's a 7 or an 8. It's right up there with them, believe it or not. You're not complaining about the $15 you spent on a fifth.
Yeah, I want to give it an 8. Like I said, the price is great. It's definitely really smooth. Once you start getting up to 45, maybe even 50% alcohol, you go back to a 40%, and it kind of just tastes like you're drinking water. You don't really need to put it on. I like it chilled, but for
mix is great.
for reviewing it, so I can get a little bit more flavor. It helps me pick up a little bit more flavor. I don't like to dilute it as much. So
a lot of people put it in Coke, and it
what did I
it
give
mixes
for a
well
rating?
with cola.
Did I give it a rating yet? I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, we said that. Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna give it. And yeah, there you have it. If there's any other liquor or beers you'd like to see on my channel, leave a comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more upcoming videos on liquor and beer. Thanks for watching. Cheers.
Cheers.